Hey, alright, we got another Facebook recipes come to life coming at you. This one is, I want to say a request, but it wasn't exactly a request. I was just talking to some of the students that come down to my classroom at lunch. They said that they checked this out. I mentioned I might do this, and they went, yeah! So, there's, let's see, Kaylee, Renna, and Olivia were the ones who asked for this recipe. And this recipe is rainbow pasta. So for this one, you just need some pasta. You need 3 2-ounce bowls of water. You need your pasta sauce, and you need some dye and plastic bags. Now, I have already had the water boiling, so it's not quite there yet. In the back, I've actually got the pasta sauce going. Now, here's something a lot of people don't tell you. You want to take that pasta sauce, and you want to add about half a jar of water to the leftover pasta sauce in the jar. You want to shake it up. You can also add stuff to it. For me, I add black pepper, garlic, and minced onion. I go with 2 tablespoons of the garlic, half a tablespoon of the black pepper, and a good shaking of that minced onion. And once it's in the jar, you go ahead and cover it. Make sure it's tight. Shake it up. And then you're just going to add it to your pasta. This is for people who are lazy and don't want to make their own pasta sauce. You can make your own Alfredo, it's not that difficult. So, the nice thing is, all that extra pasta sauce that was in the jar is gone. Now, you just stir this up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear it, but the water is starting to boil. Now this makes your Alfredo a little runnier, but let's be honest, if you use an Alfredo sauce, it's generally too thick and you gotta add a little water anyway. So this is the best way to do it. Now I leave it on here and I let it saute nice and low. Now I'm gonna add my pasta to this, but when I do the pasta, I always break it in half first. Before I add the pasta, I actually add some oil because, nice little trick I learned, if you add about a 1/4 cup of oil and then you put in your pasta, the pasta and the oil mix and it's less likely to clump up. So, there's my already broken pasta. Dump it in the pot, and we're not going to watch water boil. So now, we're going to open up our dye pack and we're going to add our red, yellow, green, and blue to these. And we're going to go with 5 drops of each color. Just 5. Alright, so I was wrong and I went with 10 of each color. Now, since pasta's already yellow, I actually made an orange. And if you're going to try to make some really cool colors, around Easter time, which is now when I'm shooting this video, why don't you just go to the store and after Easter buy yourself a bunch of egg dyeing kits. That's got plenty of food coloring in it. You'll be fine. Now, let's tend to our pasta, stir that up. Alright, so first you want to stir the sauce. And as you can see, this is not that runny. This is still nice and thick. It's still a really good Alfredo sauce, even though I added half a jar of water. And then to clean this off before I put it down, I'll just stir up the pasta. None of it sticking. And I'm just coming over and stirring about every minute. Alright, time will fly for you. Alright, now as you can see, I just emptied the pot in here. But if you really want to help yourself out, pour some cold water on it. Won't hurt it at all. It'll cool it down for you a bit. You can always warm your pasta up later. So, pasta is now nice and cold. So I'm going to transfer it into bags. Alright, well, bagged them up. Now, I just take the color, dump it in, and shake it up. That does look very orange. Now we shake. Okay, so here are our pastas all bagged up. Red looks a little pink. The orange is definitely yellowishy orange. That's very green. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave them in here for 10 minutes. 5 minutes on one side, then flip them because everything settles to the downside. And we will see what they look like in 5 more minutes. Alright, once they've waited that long, you're going to want to pour them out into your colander, shake them off, get all that water off, and then pour them into a big bowl. Now, I am going to be mixing them all together, but you can actually put them separately. Just wanted to show you, this orange turned out very orangey. Very nice. I like it a lot. So that is the bluish green, the pink, and now the orange, and I'm gonna put the green in there in a second. So you can keep them separate, or you can do what I'm gonna do, which is to stir them all together. Now this would look great if you used pastel colors like you were doing Easter eggs. And there we have our mixed rainbow pasta. Now I'm going to add the sauce. And it still stays nice and bright. But because we're using the alfredo, you can actually still see the pasta. Now I have cooked up some sausages and mushrooms and cauliflower because the way I make it is delicious. So I'm going to be adding all of that to this, and I'm going to enjoy my meal. I hope you all enjoy your meals too. Peace of pasta.